Welcome back to the month of Merry Maniacs. Now, a lot of people will be asking themselves, why are you reviewing an animated film? Aren't you into hardcore horror films or science fiction films or crazy action movies? Yes to all of that. But I am also a huge fan of animation. And we don't really get on here that much to review animated films, mostly because I really don't like going to the movies to see animated films anymore. I mean, in the past it used to be somewhat okay, but now parents just are like, whatever, we're just going to throw our kids in here and let them run and let them scream and, go crazy while other people who are there are actually trying to watch a film, and all these parents are just drag their kids there because their kids are bothering them. Like crazy to see a movie, and when they go to see the movie, all they want to know is, when is it over? What's happening? What's going on? I don't understand any of this. When are we leaving? When are we going to go eat? Where's my candy? I mean, it's like, what's the point of trying to watch something that you want to enjoy while all this distraction is going on? I mean, it's pretty much like this. Or it could be like this. So I want to jump on my soapbox just for a second, so don't go, oh my god, no, don't do that, but I really had something to say about animated films. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the old classic Disney stuff. Now, when Snow White was first released, I mean, everybody went crazy because it was the first full-length animated film, and it blew everybody away, obviously. And then, of course, they made all these other classics, and everything was all hand-drawn. Up until basically Toy Story. When that came out, that was the first, computer animated film, which I love. I think Toy Story is incredible. And Toy Story 3 is still one of my all-time favorite animated anything ever. However, since that happened, the art of hand-drawn animation is gone. I mean, it's literally gone. And I miss it. And I know this will probably happen, that some guy or some woman is going to open up a brand new animation studio to rival Pixar and to rival Disney and do nothing but hand-drawn movies again. And everybody's going to be like, oh, ooh, wow. This is all hand-drawn, this is so amazing. When before, that was like when the first CG film came out, everybody was like, oh, ooh, wow, that's cool. But now it's going to, go in reverse, and when that person releases that animated film, all hand-drawn, no CG, people are going to go nuts for it, and those people are going to make a lot of money, and I wish that would happen soon. Alright, that said, I am going to be reviewing Moana today, and hopefully I'm saying that right. Moana? I think it's Moana. Even though I've seen the movie, I'm still getting it confused with Mulan, so I believe it's Moana. I'm just going to call it Moana if it isn't Moana. It's still Moana. Now, my wife actually wanted to go see this film because she's a big fan of the musical Hamilton, and I know the guy or whoever is involved with that was involved with the music for this, which I didn't mind going to see it. Like I said, I love animated films. So I went to go see it, and The Rock was in it, so I really was interested in seeing The Rock in an animated film. No idea whatsoever what this movie was about when I went to go see it. No clue. I just seen a couple trailers for it, and that was it. I had no idea. But I am so glad I went to go see this movie. This movie is outstanding. And I was just complaining about the hand-drawn and CG animation, but, don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love CG animation. I just would like to see some hand-drawn stuff eventually come back. The animation in this film is beautiful. Absolutely incredible. And it's really great to see them animate sort of like the Islanders. I don't know what the correct name for them would be. I'm just going to call them Islanders. And the animation of them were just amazing. In the island itself, and the water, and the trees, and the animals, and everything in the movie looked just incredible. Absolutely incredible. What really was great about this, though, was the story. It had a really fantastic story. And, you know, again, you go see an animated film and you drag your kids to go see it, and you're like, whatever. And a lot of these out there are crap. I mean, there's a lot of crap out there. Fortunately, this is not one of those, because the story here is great. It had a fantastic story, kind of with a message, I guess, you know, but it didn't like knock you over the head with the message. But still, it was fun, it was funny. They had a rooster in there, and oh my god, every time the rooster came on screen, it just cracked me up. I mean, I literally was laughing out loud through all the rooster stuff. It was just hilarious. And getting back to the story here, it was really well done, really well thought out. And I like the whole mythology behind, you know, what the story was. And I don't really want to ruin it for you here, but basically, there was a stone that was stolen, and Moana, I almost called her Mulan. Moana, when she grew up, you know, she felt it was her responsibility to go out and try to get the stone and take it back to the Rock, who is basically a demigod, and have him restore the stone back to where its proper place is. I mean, that's the basic story, but there's a lot more to it, but I don't want to give it away. And The Rock in here was great. I mean, he was so funny. Didn't look like The Rock. That's, you know, a lot of times they animate stuff to make it look like the person. Yeah, that did not look like The Rock. It looked like the character that was in the film, which is kind of odd, you know, but it's okay. I mean, they made him like this huge hulking character, which obviously The Rock is. But yeah, he did a great job, and he did sing in the film. Getting to that, I'm going to talk about the music here in the film. Outstanding music in this film. You know, you'll be sitting there singing it to yourself, you'll be tapping your foot to it, you'll be going out of the theater, you know, you'll be singing it out in your car. It's that kind of music. It's really great, catchy, fantastic music in the film. There's only maybe one or two songs that were like, I mean, they're okay. But for the most part, I would say 95% of the songs in the film are great. Really, really good. And The Rock even sings in the movie, and that was one of the songs that were like, it was, you know, it's a Rock. But overall, this is a great film for adults and for kids if you want to take them along with you. And I'm really glad I went and seen it, because I hadn't seen an animated film on the big screen in a long time. And I hope to change that. I hope to actually go out and see a few more of these films. And actually, the audience that I saw it with wasn't that bad. I mean, there were some screaming kids, but they were mostly up front, and I could hear them, but they didn't really bother me because they were too far away. I could have, every time they said something loud and started screaming or crying or whatever, I could just sit there and imagine, yeah, that's me sitting next to that person, but this time it wasn't, so. But in all, yeah, this is a great film. And also, last thing I want to mention is, in order to have a really great film, you have to have a really cool enemy to fight. And the enemy here was cool. Super cool. Again, not going to give it away, but really freaking awesome animation for the enemy that's in this movie. Great. Really freaking awesome. So in all, I'm giving Moana a 5 out of 5. Really enjoyable. We already went out and bought the soundtrack. I'll be getting the Blu-ray when it comes out. Can't wait for it. I could not recommend this movie more to you. You'll love it. I mean, if you have kids, yeah, you can drag them along with you. But if you don't have kids, you know, don't feel as if you have to stay home and miss this great film because of that. These movies are made for everybody. And that's something that, you know, I really get angry about when somebody's like, oh, that's a kid's movie. No, it's not a kid's movie. They're made for everybody, for adults and for kids, for 90 years old and, you know, 10 years old or whatever. They're made for everybody. Everybody can enjoy these movies. And that's what Pixar really used to do, and now this is what Disney's doing. So absolutely, go see the film. You will love it. And hit that subscribe button, because all month long, we are going to be really merry around here. Well, not really, but somewhat more merry than we normally are.